Hi Sag, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today Sag, you guys got Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured, number 5. I feel right away there's something that you want to go back to. It's kind of like this energy of, I'm thinking like Frankenstein, like you can rebirth a situation, you can like make something come alive again. And I feel like that's the energy in this read. Like you want something from the past to be revived or reawoken, right? And with the pathway, right? You have the pathways and the book. I feel like this is you thinking like, how can I do it, right? And is it worth doing? And I feel like the book is like you looking into the past and you're trying to find answers somewhere, right? As to like what to do for the situation, because I feel like you really want some sort of like rebirth in a situation, some sort of like like a second coming, right? You want something to go back to maybe the way it was. And I feel like the book is you looking at how you can accomplish that. It's like, how can I make this happen for myself? Because I feel like in the pathway, there's many paths here in this card, but I feel like you already know the one you want to take. You already know the one you wish to take. It's just like, you know, if you take that path and you do put in effort to maybe, you know, approach a person or have something that you want from the past, it's like, will it work out? Well, we never know, right? We never know if something's going to work out. But I feel like Sag, if that's what you want, you should go for it. If you want something from the past, I know a lot of people are always like, don't look at the past, like always look into the present. And that's 100% true. But if there's something in the past that you left behind that you want, right? It's always like, you know, you never know what you have till you lose it type vibe, right? If that's the way you're feeling, Sag, then I don't think a message to someone is like gonna kill you, right? Like I don't think a message or some sort of conversation is gonna hurt. So yeah, Sag, that's the vibe I'm getting. It's like, if you already know the path that you wish to take. You already know which way you want to go. In your heart of hearts, like you know it, right? So it's like, why deny yourself or this other person? I feel like this is in love, right? Could be in anything, right? But I feel like there's just like, you know, I think this book is you looking at how you can accomplish it and looking at like, I don't think you're worried about the investment. I feel like you're just more concerned about maybe just doing things differently, right? Like the book, I feel like a book is full of wisdom, a book is full of knowledge. So I feel like you have to apply knowledge to the situation. You know, you can't just like show up. But I think like if you wanted to have a conversation with someone, Sag, that would be the best thing to do at this time. So let's see, Sag, what this is about. So Sag, I see what happened here. I see that I'm gonna go from the masculine's perspective, but we have a true pair out here with the King and the Queen of Wands. So I see here, Sag, the reason that you did not take this person's offer, there was an offer being made to you by, I feel like, this Queen of Air. There's an opportunity, could be masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But there was an offer made, and it's like you didn't trust this person, right? They're coming up in reverse. You didn't trust them. Maybe you thought like, you know, their word, they couldn't keep their word. Or like maybe you just felt like this person wasn't being honest. Like there's something about their word that you just didn't necessarily trust. And when it came to the offer that they gave you, you rejected them. But the crazy thing about this is that this offer was divine, right? This is my divine timing card with the Ace of Pentacles. So you have 2 Ace of Pentacles. This opportunity was divine, and you just didn't necessarily see it that way, Sag. you were untrustworthy of the energy. Like I get with the Queen of Swords in reverse, like maybe it was this person's word that you just couldn't trust, or maybe it was something within you. I see that it was something within you with the Youth card in reverse. Like there's this energy in you where I feel like more of like a restless energy, like, well, you know, you're just not ready to commit to this person, right? Like you honestly might have thought like there would have been another, yeah, this came popping out just now. And this is the card I was talking about. You had a lot of options at the time, and you had a lot of like things on your mind and a lot of people probably hitting you up, and you just didn't necessarily feel like this was the right path for you at that time, right, Sag? And now, unfortunately, it's like in hindsight, you're like, shit, right? I should have taken that offer. And you're sitting in this 5 of Wands. This is like mental conflict to me. Do you see how like they're just fighting one another back and forth, back and forth? I feel like that's your brain right now going back and forth, like, what should I do? I missed out on this opportunity. I had this opportunity in front of me. I had it offered to me like more than once. Look at it, it's here twice. So maybe this person literally offered it to you twice. Like they were around maybe longer than even they should have been, right? But they kept trying with you because I feel like there's a lot of care here. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So this is a soulmate, right? And this is someone who had a lot of love for you and you rejected their offer, Sag. And I see like you're like I shouldn't have done that. I see a lot of regret. I see a lot of like looking into yourself as to why you did that and kind of just regretting that. I see maybe a little bit of an immature energy from you, Sag. Just the fact that like I feel like you just had a lot of options at the time, and I feel like your imagination kind of took you into a place where you were just like, you know what, I can maybe meet someone else, like this might not be it. So it's just like, why put myself into a relationship with someone that I'm not even sure of? Yeah. And you ended the relationship with the Death card, right? You made your decision to end the relationship with this person. Now all I see is like you looking at the crossroads, because maybe you're coming up at this crossroads and you're just like, damn, the only road that I kind of want to go back to is this person, right? And with the Ace of Coin here, I feel like you should have taken the offer, Sag, but it's okay, because guess what? I feel like this is not over. You guys are coming up as a true pair, right? And you have the Wisdom card in reverse. So I feel like the thing that you need to know is that this is just a segment of life, right? Like sometimes in life we make the wrong decision. Sometimes in life, you know, it's like when we look back, we're like, why did we do something, right? And that's just a part of life. That is just a part of life. It could have been like your own imbalance within, right? Because we have the King of Cup in reverse. So I'm saying like maybe your heart wasn't open at the time. Maybe it was just not what you wanted. I feel like there was a little bit of an immature energy here coming from you, Sag. And I feel like, again, you had a lot of options and you were just like not ready to settle down with this person and you ended it, right? But now I feel like you're like, well, that was the best option and I didn't take it. And now I learned my lesson, but it's like too late, right? I don't think it's too late, Sag. Like, I really think like if this is something that you want to go for, if this is a person that you have a lot of love for, then I feel like you should go for it. I don't feel like things end just because like, yeah, the energy between the two of you has been closed off for some time. I do see the 5 and the 6 of Cups. Like someone has cried over you. Yes, someone has like felt sad over you. And I feel like, yeah, someone has cried over you. Like this 5 of Cups, someone has been sad over you. Someone has felt, you know, like it was unfair as well. But at the same time, I think that doesn't necessarily mean that they wouldn't forgive you. And that doesn't, and again, maybe this won't work out for you. Like maybe this person, you know, might be moving on. But I don't think it hurts to try. Okay, Sag? So what I'm getting with the Journey card is that, again, this is just a part of life, right? This is a part of the learning process of life. You don't have to take yourself to the point where you feel like terrible about who you are. Like it doesn't have to be something that's serious. I think it could be just a very like good learning lesson for you, that sometimes the journey is dark and sometimes the journey is light. Sometimes we ourselves are in the dark and sometimes we are in our truth. You know, there is a duality within us that unfortunately exists, right? We have our shadow and we have our light, right? And depending on how much shadow work you've done and how much integration you've done depends on like how your shadow works, right? Maybe you were in your shadow at this time. Again, maybe a little bit of ego, right? Like, oh, I don't need this person, I can do better. Or like, I don't want this person, I'm gonna play the field. Whatever it was, it's like, it's teaching you a lesson, isn't it? And that's the whole point of this life, like to learn. So I feel like you're learning. Again, you have the book, like you're learning, right? You're learning. As before, you didn't know with the wisdom card in reverse, I feel like now you know with the book. So you could take this as a learning process. Don't like feel, terrible for, like, you don't have to feel guilty. That's a very low vibe, guilt, and it doesn't have to be like that. With the 5 of coins, I feel like that's kind of how you feel. You feel like alone, and you just feel like, I don't know why I did this to myself. I had a lot of care for this person. I didn't know they were someone special, but at the time it just wasn't. I don't know if it just wasn't, you weren't ready. Again, maybe just a little bit immature, maybe just a little bit an ego, but whatever the case is, I feel like with the Hermit, actually the cards came out weird, because I usually would take it like this, but now I'm kind of feeling like it's like this. I don't know. I feel like with the Hermit card coming up, I think this is a little bit of progression, right? Like this is like the wisdom, like maybe you have learned a little bit about your ego and your shadow, and you've seen like the role that your ego can play in your life in terms of destruction, right? Because it seems like you kind of just took a hammer and like destroyed the connection between you and this person, right? By not taking their offer. I see the offer here twice. So again, I don't feel like it was just more, I feel like it might have been more than once that you rejected this person. And now I feel like you're just like, I don't understand why I did that. And now that you've come out of some sort of spiritual quest, or like, you've done some reflection, you're understanding that that's not who you are. And like, you do regret what you did. And you don't even understand it fully to yourself with the moon. Like, I feel like it's very hard to understand ourselves, right? People are like, always like, know yourself, know who it is that you are. I feel like you're just like, what the was I thinking at this time? You know what I mean? Like, why would I do that at that time? There's a reason for why you did it at that time versus now. There's a difference between you and the you then and the you now. And I feel like that's just called growth. So again, you don't have to take it to the point where you feel guilty. But I do think like these are parts of yourself that were hidden to even yourself. And you didn't really know how you were going to act until you were in the situation. And then you acted the way that you don't really understand. But I feel like it's okay, because I think with the Knight of Cups coming out at the end of this is them telling me like that you could offer this, like you could go back to this person, you could try again for this person. Like, I don't see a problem with wanting to like go back and like apologize and to say like, like I really made a mistake. Like, I just don't see the problem with that. The only problem I see is like if your ego gets in the way, if your own ego got in the way of like what you really want, Like, is your ego going to be a problem? Is apologizing going to be a problem? Because if it is, and it's an ego thing, then you haven't really learned shit, right? So I feel like this is a test to how much you've learned and how far you've come. Like, if your ego is still a problem when it comes to like you and this person, then yeah, I would say 100% you're not ready for this person, and this person should move on from you. But if you can go back and say, admitting that you were wrong and saying sorry to someone, I feel like is a big move, right? And the ego doesn't like that, because the ego likes to be in control. And, our ego tries to protect us, right? It's created to protect us. But at the end of the day, Sag, I feel like you understand that you really have a lot of care for this person. I feel like you love this person, and you made a mistake, and you want to talk to them, and you've learned. You've learned a lot, and you've changed. So, Sag, it's up to you what you want to do. But is your ego going to allow you to approach this person? It's funny because Leo got something about their ego as well. So, yeah, Sag, I feel like you're ready to kind of talk to this person, and I think you know what you want to say. And if not, then this is a lesson learned, and it's growth. Either way, it's growth, right? With the book, I feel like it's grown. It's a growth, right? It's like you wrote it down in the book, and you're gonna not ever make this mistake again. But I feel like for some of you, you're gonna approach this person. Let's see what this person is gonna say if you approach them. I think this is a really positive answer, Sag. We have the Fool and the Queen of Pentacles. I think this person has learned how to fulfill their needs themselves. Meaning, I feel like they didn't like go and, yeah, they cried. I feel like they definitely cried over you, but I think like they learned how to be independent, right? And they learned how to be alone, and they learned, a lesson from you as well. And I think for some people, maybe they don't want to be in that Fool energy, but with the Fool coming up upright, I feel like they're comfortable enough to say, like this person did reject me in the past, but I feel like this person's ego is at such a comfortable place. Like this person seems very balanced to me. Like this person doesn't feel like someone who's going to just reject you out of spite. This person is going to like think about it and think about like what it is that you are offering them, and they're gonna listen to their heart. Like, I don't think this person's gonna like do anything out of spite or just reject you because you rejected them. Like, this person's very balanced, and I feel like this is a very like nurturing soul, right? This is they're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. So this is someone who nurtures. This is someone who loves. So I feel like this person has no problem with ego, like not necessarily in the way that you did. I feel like this person has no problem being like, yeah, I still love you. Like, yeah, I would want to still be with you, right? Like, you know, with the Fool is someone who takes, you know, a chance. And the Fool is someone who, like, you know, it might be risky, but they take the chance because, you know, the Fool is like kind of like, I mean, you could just see them like dancing off a cliff, but it's okay because they were dancing, right? And they didn't even notice they did it, but it's like, okay, right? Like, I just feel like this person's going to be okay with your offer, and they're not going to do anything out of spite to be like, oh, you know, Sag rejected me, so now it's my turn to reject them. I don't see that energy at all from this person. I feel like this person is going to love you for who it is that you are, and respect you more for the fact that you're like coming back around to apologize. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Let's see what Divine Feminine is going to come out for you, Sag. You guys got the Black Madonna, Our Lady of Hermits. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about. I feel like that's this person. Honestly, this person could have, well, we have Hermit. They could be a Virgo. They could be an earth sign with the Queen of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or it's just the energy of this person. I feel like, again, this has been a painful situation, not only for you, but for them, right? Like, it's been painful for you, I feel. And that's why you're just feeling like, holy shit, like, why didn't I take this offer? And you're learning through pain, right? And so is this person. Like, you rejected this person, but I don't feel like they took this energy and it made them like, you know, grow into someone more spiteful and more evil, right? And like more of like the negative qualities, right? Of like the shadow. I feel like they took the lesson and they turned it into more love for themselves, right? Like, they're stable and independent and they love themselves. And even if you rejected them, they still love themselves, right? So I just feel like with the Black Madonna coming out, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. Yeah. This person transformed, like, they took what you gave them and made it into more love. And I feel like out of a partner, that could only be like the best thing you could do with pain, right? Because most people in this world go through such difficult times and through so much pain that they're not able to do that. Like, they, you know, we see so many people with like addictions. We see so many people with like problems with their ego and their shadow, you know, and this person didn't do that. This person, I feel like, made something better out of a bad situation. So I really like this person, right? I really like this person. I feel like this is them. I really like them. I don't know like who this person is, but I honestly think like if you're gonna approach this person, you know, really approach with your heart, because all they're gonna give you back is heart. Like, they're not gonna give you back ego. I promise you. I don't see that at all. So yeah, I love you, Sag. Good luck. You got this. Express how you feel, and you know, whatever happens, happens. This is a 5 for you. This is a challenge. This is like a challenge for you to overcome. But I feel like, yeah, and there's a lot about words, right? We have 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 4, right? 6 minus 2 is 4. And then we have Parrot Spirit at the bottom of the deck, watch your words. So again, I feel like all you have to do is communicate to this person, right? And I feel like this person, I don't know who this person is, but I really like this person. So I think you should approach them. I think they are definitely worth it. So yeah, Sag, I love you guys so much. Good luck, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.